Episode 68. Episode 68. It's episode 68 of Talking with Tasha. But it is episode 8 of Talking with Tasha plus Trey Lostcast. Are you keeping up? Okay, great. Also, thank you for your patience. Scheduling is hard as an adult. Who knew that, two adults that work multiple jobs and live in different time zones would have a hard time scheduling things? Go figure. But we're back. We have another episode. Yeah, it's a doozy. We start off talking a little bit about just all kinds of stuff. We jump right in talking about our nails because why not? We do a quick rundown of Project Runway, Backstreet Boys at the Sphere, and then we jump into some Lost stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Talking with Tasha plus Trey, Lostcast, episode 8, Confidence Man. Was doing laundry, broke a nail,
Oh, no.
They are getting kind of crazy. I need to trim them down. But
mine are fine right now, but they're brittle because I can't figure it out. Whenever I paint my nails, they just get so brittle and they break all the time afterwards.
Do you do the gel? Oh,
no,
okay.
I just do a regular.
Because I feel like when I do a gel manicure and once I get it taken off, because they sand it down to get it off, it's so fragile after that. Fragile. I say that word that way now.
No. Fragile.
Before we get into Lost, we have to talk about Project Runway. Are you caught up? Or how much have you seen?
I've seen all of it.
Okay. I just watched the newest one this morning. So I hate the twins. Hate them. They're so annoying.
Natasha,
They're so annoying.
Look, Antonio and Jesus were very exciting at the beginning, right? I enjoyed them. But, oh my God, VJ is right. All they do is rely on each other. And nobody else has that. And the ego on those two is... Look, I love a good ego. They are funny sometimes. And I am a Leo, of course, I enjoy somebody with a big ego, but these two just will not understand that they're not the shit. They're not all that in a bag of chips.
No, they're not. And I kind of hate that the first 3 or 4 challenges were all teams. I kind of hate that.
Yeah. I did too. I'm glad that we've moved on to solos, but does it feel like every single challenge is a one-day challenge?
Let them give them time to actually do something really good.
Production was we're on freeform, we've got no money, get this done now.
Basically, and I kind of don't and maybe it's just because it's new and change is scary. I don't like that we don't see who gets kicked off till the next episode. I hate it.
I hate it so much.
I'm I get what you're trying to do here, but I hate it.
Well, I've talked about this with other friends of mine and Nick, and it's, if this were bingeable, you could just watch episode after episode like you do on Netflix sometimes with elimination shows, it makes sense. But this tune in next week to see if Miss Jones stays or goes.
And I do
I don't
Miss
want to.
Jones.
Give me a complete episode. I like Miss Jones so
if Miss
much.
Jones was not streetwear, how was Ethan's? Ethan's was
Ethan's was streetwalker.
Yeah, who just wears that? I say Ethan because that's what they call him on the show. I understand he's got a drag name and everything.
Utica Queen. Yes,
but I get that he even said I'm avant-garde. I dress for drag. all these. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Miss Jones was more streetwear than his. I don't understand.
So I was talking about this with some of my friends on Great Pop Culture Debate, and one person's it was awful, it was tacky, and I and another friend are but she had a point of view about it. Sure, it was very 70s. It was very give her a cane and a pimp walk, and that is a pimp. But it was great. Also, on Miss Jones on this last one, if her fabric was too loud, but Antonio's
I was just gonna say.
What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And his wasn't any. I don't know. He barely made a top. Christian said, it was a Band-Aid.
Top was,
the jacket was kind of
cute,
top
was
but
disqualifying.
Still, yeah. And then I don't know. I just. I still enjoy it. I still love Christian. I still love Heidi.
Oh, Christian's great.
I live for when Heidi says Nina Garcia. Like the way she says Nina Garcia with her German accent is my favorite. One of my favorite things.
Also, where was Nina Garcia on this last episode?
I don't know.
We just got La Roche. How do you feel about
Okay,
La?
here's my thing with La Roche. Do I love everything he's done with Zendaya? Yes.
Sure.
Do I think he has a point of view? Yes. But we don't have an actual designer on the panel.
Yes.
And he's supposed to be filling the role of like Michael Kors, Zach Posen, Isaac Mizrahi. Who else was the Brandon Maxwell? They were all actual designers. We don't have one, like, we have guest designers that come on to be judges, but we do not have an in-house designer. Because I get Nina, she works in fashion, editorial, blah, blah, blah. Heidi, supermodel, great. But then we always balance that with an actual designer. Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, Law can't sew? How do you, tell me what kind of stitch that is. Like, maybe he does know, but could you do it? You know what I mean?
Right. It's also a thing of, as he's just so bitchy.
And then,
and I've
like,
been...
and I get other judges have been like, I don't like this attitude. Like, that has been a thing before. Like, his attitude, excuse me, sir. Like...
And so I've also been, like, checking myself, like, is this just coming from, like, a seed of, like, white privilege, right? Michael Kors. We love Michael Kors and his bitchiness. And Isaac Mizrahi was also bitchy, but I feel like at least Isaac Mizrahi is one of my favorite judges from the Runway series because, like, he was bitchy, but he had a constructive criticism. He also did what I'm doing with my hands. He just, like, talks with his hands all the time.
But I think I also didn't care. I mean, I still sometimes thought they were mean, but again, they were designers. Like, they were coming from a place like, I do what you do, where Law doesn't. But I don't know.
Right, and I also feel like Law is, like, this is also his first year on the panel, and so I feel like he's also trying to find himself. So I'll give him that, but it's just, you gotta cut back. Like, on this last one, he's like, I want to fight you with how much I hate this. And yes, Yu Chen's was
terrible. That poor model.
But I want to fight you. Like, you don't say that to someone.
And a couple times he's even sort of like not fought, but like even kind of given attitude to like Nina. And I'm like, excuse me, she is an institution.
Right.
Like, as Angelina on Jersey Shore would say, it takes several seats. Don't come at Nina like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I do respect his opinion. I just wish the panel had an actual designer.
That'd be great. And Zach Posen is back next week.
Okay.
Sure, he was not my favorite judge.
And I get that Christian can't really be a judge because he's also the mentor. Like, I kind of wish he was the judge. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I like him as a mentor, though.
And no offense to Tim Gunn. Obviously, we love Tim Gunn. But I think Christian gives a little bit. He's a little more on the pulse than Tim Gunn was, I think.
Yes. Yeah, like, Tim Gunn's very much, like, coming up from the perspective of a teacher.
Yeah.
Whereas Christian's, I'm in the industry. Yeah. What are you doing? A circle skirt again? I can do that in 14 seconds. Do something interesting.
And Christian is like, I have done this. Like, I've been on this. I know how this works. Listen to me.
I have the emo hair, and now I don't.
And I just love
his jacket this last episode was gorgeous.
And I do remember when Christian was on the show, loved him. But I also love that he then made a name for himself by dressing like plus size women and doing like he really was a trail. Like, now the show always has like non-binary or males mixed in with female or like plus size. They do a little bit of everything. That was not like, do you remember before when they would have to do a plus size challenge and the designers would throw a fit? They would act like
how do I put clothes on this person? They're the size of a mountain.
And they were like a size 10, and it was like...
Right. Or an 8, even.
But now it's just like what they have to do Sears. Every time.
That's all I could think of.
But I do think...
We only have sizes 1
I do think, though... I understand they just do kind of mixed bag of models like every time. But I do think if there should be... And I don't know how... Like, as someone that also is like chubby, plus size, whatever. I'm saying this in a nice way, but like,
you're a human size. I understand what you're saying.
I do think sometimes it is unfair that someone gets a model like when was it? I'm blanking on her name, but she was originally supposed to have a size 22, and then they gave her like a size 8.
Oh,
like
Bologna,
like right? You can't. That's not fair. Like maybe sometimes it should be everybody gets a plus size this time. Everybody does menswear. I do like it better when it's a little more across the board, but I also like the challenge of you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But
because that way we could, can you design for everyone?
Yeah.
And there were and like in previous seasons, obviously, like I only designed for size 2s. Even when they were given like plus size, like I can't. Was it this season or was it another show? They're just like, you put her in a bag, like you don't. Well, look at her. She doesn't. She can't. Like I can't give her a waist. She has a waist. She is a big girl, but she is fit. Come on.
Yeah. So I love that. Like things in that regard have changed a lot, but I still think it's still a little unfair because it is different dressing different body sizes and stuff.
Yeah,
so like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'd like to, I guess I haven't gone back and looked really, but have the twins really had a plus size model yet?
Oh, I don't know. I mostly just sigh and look at my phone.
Okay, and I'm going to be real judgy for a second because I usually try not to judge.
Do it. It's why we're here.
People. Like, I try not to like comment on people's bodies, but are their heads too big for their bodies? Like, they have giant heads.
I think both ego and proportional. Yes.
They have giant heads.
I mean, but you're also talking to me, and my head is enormous.
I don't know.
But I also...
Yeah.
But mine is proportional to my body. I have a broad, barrel-chested, plus-size body, and this head that could knock out a lesser mammal if I headbutt them.
But no, I don't know. I do like that... or even going back to Law real quick, just because I watched it this morning, when... God, what was her name again? You just said her name. The Belania. Because she won, right? And then when they asked her point of view or her inspiration, don't tell her inspiration is wrong. Like, Law was like, no, don't say that. And I was like, but that's what
just say that. But that's what it was.
Like, what?
Also, I said this to Nick when we were watching it. Like, it was so striking to me that the winner of the streetwear challenge, her model was all in neutrals. Yeah. Yes, there was a polka dot, but it was all whites, creams, and blacks. And I'm like, what are we doing as a society?
Which, don't get me wrong,
why don't we have color?
I'm literally wearing like a beige shirt, but it is a Pro Row shirt, so it's.
Oh, I have chambray on, but I've also got like this purple thing.
Yeah.
But
see what you're saying.
It's even like with our cars too. Cars come in silver, white, and black. Whatever happened to green?
Yeah. When I worked retail, though, it was funny. Anytime something came in that was like black and white, they're like, Tasha's gonna love that. It's like, I love a black, white, gray moment because then you can add a pop of color if you see
You're
fit.
A model.
Like,
Sure.
Not that I'm a fashionista by any means, but no. It's like, I can look nice sometimes. I don't know.
I like it. Yeah.
But anyway. Is there anything else? We hadn't talked about Project Runway in a hot minute, so I wanted to.
No, we hadn't. I mean, what else is there? I haven't texted you because I wanted to wait until this, but then it's been waited. Like, have you talked about Backstreet Boys at the Sphere?
No, not
yet?
like only just on social media. Do you want a breakdown?
I mean, we can do a breakdown. We're also already 12 minutes in, and I could talk about this for an hour.
So I will say, for anyone that has not been to the Sphere or has questions about the Sphere, and a lot of people, the main question we got was, how much were your tickets? We had obstructed view tickets, so they were cheaper.
They were $300 instead of $400.
No, they were.
You don't have to, but also you don't have to say.
No, I will say they were $150, and I'm very proud. Well, maybe $180 with all the fees and crap. And at first, when it said you may have an obstructed view, in my brain I was like, it's a sphere. How is it obstructed? I will tell you how it's obstructed. So
there was a tall man in front of me, and I hated every minute.
Because it is a sphere, but it is still a theater in a lot of ways, where there's like balcony, mezzanine, like it goes up. We were sitting under the balcony, so the very top of the sphere. Okay. We did not see the very tippy top of some things. But that being said, did I still feel like I was moving sometimes? Yes. I almost think if I was in the, like, they say like middle is probably the best, sometimes I think if I was sitting there, I might have, as I've gotten older, motion stuff is like, I might have a problem, actually. Maybe it was good it was obstructed. Because even just,
like,
I went on the swings the other day at a family function, got a little nauseous from the swings.
I saw Marvin's Room on Broadway several years ago, and they had and I was in the mezzanine, which is my favorite place to sit, and they had a very slowly rotating giant fan. I'm like, I can't look at that because I'm gonna tilt over and vomit somewhere, and I get vertigo real easy in my 30s. Hey.
Yeah, it is a thing. As I've gotten older, I'm like, man, I'm kind of a wuss now, but it was still a great show. Still lost my voice. Sang everything. They do start. The ticket said 8:00. It started more like 8:30, which I was like, why? There's not an opener. I don't understand.
Right.
What else was really cool? Oh, okay. So I live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sitting right next to us, 2 girls from Sisseton, South Dakota. What? How? Like,
I don't think that's a real town.
It is.
Sisseton?
Yes. And then behind us,
they were going to say Sisyphus, like they were just like pushing the South Dakota rock up the entire time. Sisseton? Yes. That's an I'm sorry for anybody from Sisseton, South Dakota. That's an awful name for a town.
But how random in Las Vegas that you're going to sit right next to.
Oh, no, I hear
that. But then
right.
behind us was a gal traveling by herself from right outside London. And I was like, what is this? Like, Backstreet just bringing people together.
Everybody wants to see the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, and then she was actually, because she was in town, we were at a show on a Friday night. She was going again on Sunday. And her tickets on Sunday were in the standing, like the floor standing area.
Oh.
But here's the deal. Even if we had gotten those tickets, I was in Vegas for a work trade show. I had been on my feet for like 12-hour days for 3 or 4 days prior to this. I couldn't have done it. Like, I just...
No. No.
I needed...
We are pushing 40. I'm not standing all day long. Give me a chair. I will politely clap for the Backstreet Boys in my chair.
I mean, the adrenaline did get me through, but like the fact that I could sit while we were waiting during a ballad, I could take a break. You know what I mean? Like, it was nice.
Mom, you were always a perfect fan, and I'm going to sit down.
Exactly. That was so cute, too, during that. Obviously, it's about their moms, but they added a bunch of photos and stuff of like their families and wives and kids and...
That's so sweet.
It was so cute. AJ, even though he's a smoker, can still belt though. Like, I'm like, AJ.
Oh, always. AJ, always.
Yeah, and then I'm always surprised sometimes, like, because Kevin doesn't get a lot of like solo parts, but when he does, I'm like, Kevin.
I have always been a fan of Kevin.
Yeah.
It must be the long hair.
He
just and like the scraggly beard. Like, I've always liked Kevin.
And Brian has, I forget the name of the thing with his, he can't sing as well as he used to, but he had moments that were good. Like, he had good moments.
Good for him. But also, like, good for him and good for the fans for not shitting on him, for having a medical condition.
For not, like, being like, you're out.
No.
Although
because you know that if he was an NSYNC, Justin would have kicked him out immediately.
Although he is kind of a Trumper, so I try to...
He's kicking people off the beach.
But I try to whatever. It was good. What was and the other thing, on the plane ride home, I sat next to someone that had been at the show, because of course.
Were they also from Sisyphus, South Dakota?
No, they were from Wisconsin somewhere, I think. But Wisconsin. Okay. But she asked where we sat, and I was telling her the obstructed view, blah, blah, blah. And she said she was on the floor. And the one, this isn't a criticism, it's more of just an observation, a comment. Because it is the Sphere, and part of the show is this giant screen, I felt myself not watching the boys. Like, I'm here to watch these guys perform, but I'm watching everything but them, kind of. And she said being on the floor, because she was closer to the stage, she felt like she didn't get the full effect of the screens because she was watching the boys or like closer. So that is,
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They want you to come twice, like the woman from London.
And then I talked to her because obviously just her being British, I was like, oh, 5 reunited this year. Are you going to any of those shows? And she said she's going to 5. Or 5 no, the band is 5. She's going to 9. 5 shows in the reunion. How? Did she take out a loan? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, they do have universal health care and like actual pension, so they can spend their money.
And I don't
on
think
things.
their resale market is I don't think they have one. I don't think it's
Oh
as
my
ridiculous.
God, the resale market. So
Going to
I
real
haven't
quick,
been to
and she was going to, or no, she couldn't. She tried to get tickets to the Oasis reunion and couldn't. But we talked
Sure.
about all the British things.
I haven't been to a concert in ages, and part of that is because I don't know when concerts are happening. So I'm like, ooh, Kesha is playing at Forest Hills Stadium and doing her new album, Period, which
So
is
good.
wonderful. I love it. It's so slutty.
And I love
in,
that
like,
it's
the
like,
best
to
way.
me, it's reminiscent of the TikTok we love, but still like growth.
Yes,
and that's how I feel.
Yes, although Boy Crazy I could listen to for
And that's
hours.
why I really
It's a good song.
like Gaga's Mayhem. To me, is very reminiscent of like, yeah, it's all the like, they're doing it for us. I feel like.
Right. But I was like, oh, Kesha's going to be playing at Forest Hill Stadium over my birthday weekend-ish. Let me see how much. $400.
It's ridiculous. It is not.
And I think those were on resale. And I'm like, I don't know. But she was also playing 3 hours north of me at a county fair for $30. And I'm like, I'm not driving 4 hours to see. Like, I would love to see Kesha.
I saw Kesha in
drive.
Sioux City pre-COVID at the Hard Rock.
I always forget that there's a Hard Rock in
There is
the
now.
Sioux
And so they do an outdoor summer concert series. And so I went one summer, and it was like the hottest day of the year. I was sweating so bad.
No.
Everyone's covered in glitter and sweat, and but that's just how a Kesha show
Sounds
should
perfect.
be. Like,
yeah.
like when she did Take It Off, and everyone was just like, we lost our minds. Like, it was.
Oh, I would love to go to a Kesha concert.
It was really good. And then we went.
And now I miss doing like Saturday in the park now in Sioux City.
And then we went to
Buffalo
Buffalo Alice after the Kesha show, and we basically took over the music, and it was just all Kesha and like For the Gays.
Good.
And the bartenders did a shot with us because we were so fun, and everybody that was there before us left, but we didn't care. Like,
they're playing TikTok and the Kesha K $ hot. Yeah, Kesha's wonderful.
Yes, she is. So anyway,
she might be a sign of the recession, but I don't care. I love
it too. And I love that she when she first came out, a lot of people were like, she's a flash in the pan, blah blah blah. But
I loved her when she
But
came
I love
out
that
too.
she's like proven everyone wrong. Like, she has stuck around.
Yeah.
And she can sing, and she's not just like dirty whatever, but we still like that too. But
oh no, it's so her like Joyride, great song. Yippee-ki-yay, wonderful song. It's so trailer park trash, horny. It's wonderful.
Love it.
And that's exactly what she wants.
It is. It's,
Speaking of trailer trash, should we talk about Lost?
Sure.
I don't think he's trailer trash. He's just a con man.
Yeah. Okay, so this is you this time, right? Okay,
It
I
is
did
me,
take
yeah.
notes, but I just was like, I don't remember. It's been a while.
We watched the episode last night, then I rewatched it this morning after I woke up. I gotta take notes.
Yeah, okay.
We're doing an early morning.
I'm ready to sit back, relax, and chime in here and there.
Do it.
Go for it.
All right. Let me look through my 4 pages of notes, Trey. My goodness.
This episode jumped around a lot. Like,
a lot, yeah. All right, so Lost Season 1, Episode 8, Confidence Man. We open up on Kate carrying every banana on the beach, and she finds a pile of clothes with Watership Down, boots, and cigarettes. It could only be one person. It's Sawyer. So she picks up the book, and Sawyer shouts from there's a lot of S's. I apologize for all of whatever my mouth does this episode. So she picks up the book, and Sawyer shouts at her from the water, and like the Bond girl that we all want Sawyer to be, he comes out of the sea, presumably naked, because she makes a crack about it being cold. And then he steps like right into his jeans and pulls them up. And, sir, that's not how pants work. What are you doing? You don't just step into a pair of jeans. And when you're
wet,
like
jeans are never going to go on that easy if you're wet.
No.
Never in a million years.
You didn't towel off. You just stood on the beach and said, look at me in my shorts, because you saw a little bit of a waistband as he's Bond girling out of the sea. So we're in a flashback. We're post-coital with Sawyer and some blonde lady. He's incredible. He loves her. Then she mentions he's going to be late for a meeting because of all of the sex that they've been having. She's going to get room service. He's going to eat ice cream off of her when she's back, and nothing sounds more disgusting to me than eating food off of a person.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Maybe it's just because I'm a hairy person, but no, don't put ice cream on me and then eat it off. I'm just going to be sticky all day.
I don't like that.
Anyway, so he gets his briefcase and it accidentally falls open, and a waterfall of money just comes down because it accidentally opens up, he says, with all of the air quotes around it. Then we're back on Lost Island, and Sawyer's just like walking through the jungle to his spot, and he hears something. He runs and he finds Boone going through his things, he says with all the air quotes, and Boone just stares at him. What are you doing? Nothing. Just like eyebrows. That's all we get from Boone.
Just eyebrows.
So then we cut to Jack cleaning up Saeed's head wound from the last episode, and we get exposition about what happened. We learn that the transceiver is destroyed, and then Shannon brings a beat-up Boone to Jack and lets him know that Sawyer beat him up. Saeed hates Sawyer. Everybody hates Sawyer. 2004 Trey hated Sawyer, but 2025 Trey loves Sawyer. So we're on the beach. Claire's journaling in a sun hat, looking still very pregnant, dressed in black. And Charlie brings her water and makes pregnant jokes. He tries to convince her to move to the caves with him, but she won't because she's convinced that they're going to be rescued still. It's been 2 weeks, girl. I don't think so. So we're back to Jack cleaning up a very dramatic but fine Boone. He like dabs. He goes, "No, I'm fine." What a drama queen, everybody on this island. I love it. He then lies about why Sawyer beat him up. He just jumped me. Dude, he caught you rummaging through his stuff. Come on. But then Boone reveals that Shannon has asthma, but thinks breathing isn't cool. It was honestly a good little shitty line he threw in about his stepsister. And then she's starting to have an asthma attack. Boone thinks Sawyer has the extra inhalers because he has water shipped down, which was in Boone's bag with Shannon's inhalers because Shannon always forgets to pack her extra inhalers. But Boone, who hates her but loves her, their relationship is so
especially for
complicated.
step-siblings.
And do we know that they're step-siblings at this point?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so.
Oh, Nick is listening in and he just said, no, we don't. So I think he just learned that fact right now. So then we cut to Sawyer on the beach reading that letter that he's been reading. And Jack comes by and just starts rifling through his stuff and demands to know where the asthma medicine is. Nobody on this island talks. They just start doing shit. And it's one of my favorite lines in this whole episode, though, is when Jack tells Sawyer to get up and he goes, "Why? You want to see who's tall?" Like, I just thought that was the best. It's so good. So then they start shouting at each other about who owns what on Lost Island. Sawyer says that the caves are communist and the beach is every man for himself, essentially. And then Jack seems like he's going to fight Sawyer, who's very ready to fight.
Pause for coughing.
Sorry about that. Cut that out. I am getting over something. But they're both very ready to fight. He stands up to see who's taller, and then Kate comes by and breaks it up. Because on Lost Island, when there's a dick measuring contest, Kate always wins. Oh. And Jack just walks away. Flashback. Blonde lady asks Sawyer about the money and why he has so much if he's just going to Baton Rouge. Sawyer wants her to forget about it. He comes clean about how that's all of his money in the world, and there's an oil drilling rig offshore. He's going to go convince a man from Toronto in Baton Rouge, I don't know, to go halvesies with him because they're going to be splitting $1 million in 2 weeks. What about Mexico? In the Gulf of Mexico, I know. Everybody, husband is shouting at me from the other room. But they're going to go halvesies because they're going to be splitting $1 million in 2 weeks. And everything he says just sounds so unbelievable. We're going to give him $300,000 total. We're going to get $1 million in 2 weeks. What are you talking about?
Something about a government subsidy and something. I don't
know.
But that's part of the con. Just be confusing and then no one knows.
I think I'm just too poor to understand all of that.
Yes. I'd be like,
And so
$100. Can I be in for?
Yeah. Here, I got a $5. You want $5? I'll take 15 back. That's great. So then the blonde lady says she'll just get the money from her husband.
Ooh, gasp.
They're philanderers, but we're not shocked.
Yeah, not really.
So we're back on the island. Jack is going to kill Sawyer, but maybe not because they're not savages. Not yet.
I love so dramatic.
Yeah, right? Not yet. And then Kate and her hair are going to convince Sawyer to give up the meds because they have a connection. And Jack gets very jealous. Do you have a connection? No.
Did you hear the squeak like he's in puberty? When he's like he literally was like. He got so jealous. He's like, what?
Just so jealous. I've known everybody for 2 weeks. Didn't give a shit about you when we got on the plane, but now you're the love of my life, Kate.
Even though you were a criminal and we don't know.
And you might, we don't know anything about you, why you're in Australia, why you're in handcuffs. You're just a bad person, Kate, but I love you.
Basically.
Sigh. So then Kate goes off and she finds Sawyer chopping wood with an axe. Like just all of the driftwood. Where did he get the axe? Do airplanes come with axes? Was it in Mr. Locke's briefcase? Yeah. I don't know.
But I think of like,
silly.
You still see him sometimes, axes like by a fire hose and stuff. Maybe there isn't. I don't know.
Is there a fire hose on Lost Island?
Thinking maybe somewhere in the plane they're like, we might need to chop something in a fire. I don't know.
I don't know.
Any flight attendants or pilots out there want to let us know if there's an axe on a plane? There's planes.
Axes on planes. They're with the fire. There's an air marshal and a fire marshal on every plane with pistols and axes. But so she wants to know what Sawyer wants for the inhalers. Sawyer just wants a kiss from Kate. And she says that he's all an act, but she doesn't buy it. But she knows that because she knows that Sawyer doesn't actually want to hurt Shannon. And she's right. Yeah. Sawyer is a good guy. I'm also making excuses for this handsome man with the scraggly hair.
Also, when he said, they're talking about kisses and Kate, I just thought of Kissing Kate Barlow from Holes. I was like, oh, what a good movie.
Oh, we could have made a musical reference and just kiss me, Kate.
Or that too, but.
So she brings up Sawyer's letter and how she's watched him read it and how precious he is with it. And she accuses him of being a human being. Yeah. So he makes Kate read the letter. It's to a Mr. Sawyer from a kid. Mr. Sawyer slept with the kid's mom. Mr. Sawyer stole his dad's money. And then the kid's dad killed his mom and then himself. Yikes. And the kid wants retribution from Mr. Sawyer. And Kate knows now that Sawyer is a bad man, but she still won't kiss him.
And in this moment, he gets kind of mad. He's like, shut up, while he's holding an axe. A little scary. But also in this moment, I know I give Kate a lot of crap about her hair. Her hair is actually kind of cute in this little side-swept ponytail thing she has going on, but it's still in her face.
Right.
But it does have a nice little flow to it. But anyway, back to more important things.
Back to this. So next up we find Locke whittling a spear from a stick. Saeed questions him about where he was last night, and then Locke clears his own name, but convinces Saeed that Sawyer might have time-delayed the fuse on his bottle rocket with the cigarette, and Saeed was convinced, sidebar, I'm not convinced. And not just because I've seen the show, but Saeed and really everyone wants Sawyer to be this evil man with no heart and apparently a genius crook, but no one takes the time to talk to him. Also, the time-delayed fuse makes no sense. I don't understand
I wrote
this.
in my notes, Locke says something like, anybody that watches TV could know how to do it. I watch a lot of TV. I have no idea
how to do it. All of the TV. No.
But
I say that too. Go ahead.
Locke brings up this whole thing about like, well, who profits the most from us being here and blah, blah, blah. Locke for sure wants to be there. Like,
right.
You couldn't walk before, sir.
We are same braining right now because I say the time delayed fuse makes no sense unless you're trying to stir up trouble, John Locke. I've watched TV and I could figure out how to do it, light the cigarette, put it at whatever. But to actually figure out how long it'll take for a cigarette to burn out and then light the fuse at exactly 5 p.m., sure, maybe. But the biggest flaw in all of that is that Sawyer had the whole point of the bottle rockets was to see Saeed do it first. And I just wish these heterosexual men would talk to each other. But then we wouldn't have a show, and and I wouldn't be on the Sawyer was right brigade.
Yeah.
But also, like you just said, if anybody wants to stay on this island, it's Locke.
Mm-hmm. But they don't know that
he can walk again. No, but he's happy, and you're telling me that he doesn't have a motivation to knock out Saeed? Please, what? Anyway,
also,
back
I don't
to
know
the
if we
show.
got to it yet, but they keep saying something like they're, and I just love the foreshadowing of this because I think I'm remembering correctly. They keep assuming it's a man. They keep saying like none of the women are even.
The man. Well, no.
You know what I mean?
Maybe Kate.
Maybe Kate.
But she's got the biggest dick, so it's
And she's
fine.
the one that left Sawyer with the rocket, actually, because she thought Jack died or whatever.
So maybe it was Kate that ran away to knock out Saeed because she doesn't want to go back.
Because she was arrested and whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
Right.
Keep going.
we just want Sawyer to be the bad guy. So then Locke hands Saeed the knife that he's whittling with, but that's okay because he's got a briefcase full of knives for Saeed to protect himself with. And then we're to Shannon, who's having an asthma attack, and Sawyer comes to the caves to get water and just looks at her and gets some more water. Jack confronts him about the inhalers and then punches him in the face. Sawyer goads him on, and Jack punches him again. And then Jack looks about and sees that Sun and Jin are like holding each other and staring on, and Shannon and Boone are also staring on, and everybody's scared at Sawyer for taking a punch.
Right.
And then flashback. Sawyer is looking super good in a suit with like his hair slicked back. Oh, he looks skeezy but very sexy. I understand how he can be a confidence man.
Like in Mean Girls. Tell him he's sexy with his hair slicked back.
Yes. So he's having a fancy lunch with Blondie. Her name is Jess, and her husband, his name is David. They're trying to convince the husband to go in on the drilling deal. David's not sure, and Sawyer offers to let him take the briefcase of money home for the night. David hesitates, so Sawyer begins to leave. Says, I've got another investor. I'm going to go. He starts leaving, and David tells him to wait, and Sawyer smirks. He is a confidence man, after all. Yeah, you just see the wheels turn like, I got him. Hook, line, sinker. Back to the island, Claire and Charlie are doing laundry and talking about all the things that they miss. Charlie misses food. Claire says she's the only Australian that loves peanut butter. I'll take your word for it.
They like Vegemite, which is disgusting.
Yeah. I've never been to Australia. I would love to go, but also not because everything there kills you.
I've tried Vegemite here. Like, got it from World Market or whatever. Very salty.
Ooh.
Not great. Marmite, though. Marmite is a British thing, and Charlie's British, and he says he likes peanut butter. But I agree. Peanut butter is better than both of those things.
Peanut butter's wonderful.
Marmite, like, if you ground up beef stew, is what it tastes like to me. But I like beef stew. Like, if you ground up beef stew and made it worse. And then
it's like Willy Wonka. Ooh, it's a beef dinner. Do you turn it into a giant blueberry after having Marmite?
But then take that mushed up, not as good beef stew and put it on toast? No, thank you.
No. Beef stew on toast. Sure, if it's stew, not jellied beef stew.
But yeah, anyway. Peanut butter is better.
Yes. Charlie says that he can find her some peanut butter, and if he does, Claire has to move to the caves. She agrees. There are two. Shannon can't breathe. Boone screams. Jack comes over and tells her it's all in her head. I think Jack would be working for RFK Jr. right now. I'm fully convinced.
Because women love when you tell them to calm down and it's all in your head.
Just calm down. Your asthma's in your head.
But I do get his
You're
point
only freaking out because your medicine.
You are panicking
sure,
a little bit as well. Like, I get what he's trying to say.
I get that. But just calm down. You can breathe.
And all of this
COVID's not real.
And all of this reminds me. Have you ever seen the movie Without a Paddle? Like Seth Green and Dax Shepard and
I haven't,
Matthew Lillard and stuff. Well, there's a part where they're like going through the woods and Seth Green's character has asthma, but he doesn't have an inhaler. And it kind of the same. One of the other guys goes, I don't really believe you have asthma. I've never seen you have an asthma attack. And he goes, that's because I have the inhaler, Jerry. It's one of my favorite lines. But anyway, keep going.
That's so good. So they're doing a breathing exercise now, in through the nose, out through the mouth. He tells Boone to keep her relaxed. Hurley's impressed and convinced that Jack is a Jedi.
Yeah. And she does look
Sure,
she does look
Hurley.
really shitty right here. No zigzag
looks
part
like
can save
death.
this look. Like she's not looking.
Yeah. So Jack leaves the cave and Saeed follows him. They're off to get Sawyer to give up the asthma medicine. Saeed then offers to torture Sawyer with his training from the Iraqi Republican Guard, and Jack gives him permission to torture. Jack would have loved waterboarding. I don't think we had waterboarding yet as like a culture in 2004, but he would have been like, yeah, Dick Cheney.
And I just like Jack was like, I thought you were in communications, and he was like, well,
Right. Well, my job in communications was getting people to communicate, and that includes
yeah,
torture.
I guess so.
All right, Saeed, you're so. I also love.
But
Saeed,
also,
though.
like, we make it seem like, oh, the brown people were the torturers. We also tortured people. Like, you know what I mean?
Waterboarding.
Yes. Like,
Abu Ghraib. Come on.
anyway.
Okay, so then Hurley and Charlie are walking through the jungle. Charlie wants peanut butter or peanuts from Hurley because he's the food guy. Then Charlie accuses Hurley of hoarding food because he's still fat. Then comes a great line, which Nick was like, this line, I remember this line when we were watching it last night. I'm a big guy. It's going to be a while before you want to give me a piggyback ride. Honestly, iconic. It's wonderful. And as a big guy, same.
And even in my head, I'm like,
dude.
it's only been a couple weeks. Like, and
right. Not everything is water weight.
Yeah.
Like,
and like, I don't know, like.
But also, none of the skinny people have lost a ton of weight either,
And it would be more noticeable on them, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Charlie. What a rude little bugger. Then Charlie tries to smooth it over like peanut butter, but keeps asking. I love them.
I know.
so
the budding
much.
bromance that.
They're
Their
so
friendship
good.
is really cute on the show. And endearing and all things.
It's so good. And then comes one of the dumbest moments of the show. Michael is trying to gut a fish in his hands, but then the guts spray everywhere. That's what you get for not using a flat surface, you absolute goon.
Knows how caves work in engineering or something, but he can't get a fish.
But not... Sure, gutting a fish is hard. The first thing I'm going to do is put it on a flat surface. Because you know what I also don't want to do? Have a sharp knife, like just going through a weird fish and then stabbing myself and having to get Saint Jack to come over and tell me it's all in my head.
I thought the same thing. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And then Sun tells Michael in English that she can help Shannon with her asthma.
But she needs his help.
I actually don't understand why she needs
just go
Michael's help
get
on
the
this,
eucalyptus.
other than just to get her right. Just go get it. You know what it looks like.
Well,
don't trust Michael.
I think part of it was because Jin, she can't get away from Jin. That's probably part of it.
Yeah, that's absolutely part. We just had to show Jin's jealousy because we see that a little bit too.
But I think this goes back to remember last episode where I was like, did I not catch it before? Where I feel like Michael and Sun kind of give each other looks. I think I'm to read because
I'm still not convinced on that. I think it's truly just two humans connecting. Michael's main concern is Walt, not boning somebody on this gross island. Who does he think he is, Jack?
Yeah, but speaking of this, obviously Saeed torturing. Don't agree with that. But Saeed is so hot.
Ooh, he's so sexy.
And I know in real life he has a British accent.
The hair in his face,
love
wonderful.
it, 100%.
Yes.
I know in real life he has a British accent, even hotter than the Iraqi accent. Like all the accents are hot.
Yeah. I looked up. I can't remember what they were, but I looked up Naveen Andrews' Wikipedia page. His middle names are like Andrew and William. He's like Naveen, Andrew, William, and Andrews. Like, this is great for you. Nothing makes sense in my head.
Yeah. But anyway.
All right, so Saeed and Jack ambush Sawyer from a nap and then drag him into the Keys. Kate sort of tells them not to. If you do this, Jack.
And then what? Nothing.
Do what? Do you know what's happening?
She just keeps
dragging
standing
him
there
through the
like,
trees.
if you do this, I'll probably still want to make out with you later, but
I'm still here. So then Jack and Saeed play good American bad Iraqi to get Sawyer to tell them where the asthma medication is.
Also, did you clock the Chico and Cowboy nicknames in this? He calls Jack Chico and Cowboy. And Saeed calls Saeed Ali, but he's done that before.
he's done that. So then Saeed shows off the bamboo shivs that he's going to insert under Sawyer's fingernails. They still look super thick. I know nothing about torture. I don't want to know a thing about torture. They still look really thick to go underneath the fingernails.
And did you notice that
but also for
twice in this episode, Sawyer says, "Is that all you got?" Like when Jack's hitting him, and then in this too.
Because we're supposed to think he's a tough bad guy. And then Saeed, and like I know that they were like showing it. They didn't show us, but they still showed us. Saeed begins to torture Sawyer, who just continues to goad them on. And then he screams enough until Jack tells Saeed to stop.
Yep.
Then Saeed threatens to cut out Sawyer's eye to find out where the medicine is. And then Sawyer relents, but he's only going to tell Kate. Then we have a flashback. Sawyer's playing pool with the man who the money belongs to. Like his briefcase. Sawyer then tells him about how to grift people. Women are easy. Just drinks and sex. Men need to feel the cash. All right, reductive. Whatever.
But also, like, sadly, it's kind of true. It helps that he's hot. Yeah. I mean, he's...
Oh, absolutely. But I don't need to touch the cash. I'll have sex with Sawyer and give him my $5. It's fine. So the pool man, the billiards man, needs his money back plus 50%, else he's going to kill Sawyer. And that's all we get. I don't know if we ever see the billiards man ever again. So back on the island, Kate approaches a still tied up Sawyer. She won't tell her until she kisses him. Baby, I'm tied to a tree in a jungle of mystery. I just got tortured by a damn spinal surgeon and a genuine Iraqi. He
has some of the best lines, though. Like,
just so... silly,
I love the jungle of mystery. I love that.
The jungle of mystery is so good.
Is that merch? Should we?
Yes. Yeah. Let's start some merch. And those are great lines. And then he convinces her to kiss him using his con man.
He's
tricks.
Basically gaslighting her. He's like, you could just kiss me and Shannon would be fine. This is really you're prolonging her suffering, Kate.
It's his con man tricks. He's just using all of his confidence man stuff, and it looks like a good kiss.
There was some tongue a little bit. It was kind of slow.
Nobody's breath probably tasted good, but who cares? We're on Lost Island. And she pulls away. Her hair doesn't get in the way of the kiss. It's all perfect, so we can see all the tongue action.
Yeah.
And then Sawyer admits that he doesn't have the asthma medicine, and he never had it. The book just washed up on shore, and then Kate elbows him real hard in the face.
He deserved that one, though.
Yeah, he kind of did. And then Kate tells Jack and Saeed, but Saeed is unconvinced and rushes in to attack Sawyer. Sawyer has been untying himself and tackles Saeed. They tumble, they scuffle, and then Saeed just ends up stabbing Sawyer in the bicep, and it looks awful. Yeah. But then Jack pulls the knife out and announces that Saeed hit Sawyer's an artery in his bicep and sends Saeed to get his medicine back in the caves. So Boone is back in the caves. Boone is looking over a weakening Shannon. He finds out Saeed attacked Sawyer without him, and he wants to go and help, but Shannon needs him, so he stays.
Boone's like,
Michael comes out with some leads.
You didn't tell me? You went to beat up Sawyer?
You didn't tell me you're just gonna... No! What are you gonna do? Blink at him with your eyebrows? Just waggle your eyebrows at him?
I mean, and we get to this later, pretty. But I even wrote, I was like, gosh, what kind of, like, self-hatred, or do you think he gets off on the pain? Or, like, thinks he... Like, there's obviously some stuff going on with Sawyer. You know what I mean? But, a lot of things.
Yeah. He's...
A lot of self-loathing and,
so much self-loathing.
Unadulterated loathing.
For myself, my face, my clothing.
Ooh, look at that. Look what we did.
Yeah. We got a chuckle from Nick in the background. So Michael comes out with some leaves and hands them to Sun, and Jin finds them and shouts in Korean, "Dear ABC, give us captions. I need to know what's being said. I understand that it is 2004 and we are very, America-centric. Tell me what these Korean people are saying."
It doesn't matter.
It's probably just like, you should be at home, son.
Your arms are out. Eucalyptus? Go put your cardigan back on.
He's not me. Yeah, I don't know. So then we go back to Sawyer, Jack, and Kate, and Sawyer tries to convince Jack to let him bleed out and says some really mean shit to goad him on. Then he plays on Jack's crush on Kate, tells Jack that he'd watch him bleed out, which I don't believe.
Think so either.
Sawyer
but
would
it was
help
a
him.
low
So
blow to be like, I kiss Kate first, kind of.
I made out with you. What more could I live for? Just let me bleed out, Jack. Let me bleed out.
Also, real quick, going back to when Jin is like yelling at Michael and Son or whatever, when Michael's like, no.
Uh-huh. Don't.
And I'm like, okay.
All right.
I don't know. It was just like,
we're gonna have more punching.
And then I still just, every time I see him, I just think Mercutio. I'm like, young hearts to yourself be true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
look, I love him in that movie. I cannot watch that movie, but I love him. I
love everything about that movie. It's one of my.
It gives me motion sickness. I can't.
Baz Luhrmann is very. But I love it. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, that was a really great visual thing that I gave for this podcast. So then we are in a flashback. We are in the oil business with Jess and David in their very white living room. They're rich because there's nothing on their walls. David's nervous that Sawyer's just going to leave town, and then a little boy comes around the corner, and Sawyer gets sad and nervous and says that the deal is off, and he just leaves without either briefcase. Yeah. And Jess is mad because this isn't how it was supposed to work. And David's like, "What was supposed to work, Jessica?
You ruined everything, Jessica. You blew the cover,
Jessica."
But I do like that Sawyer's trying to do the right thing. And in the moment before we know what we find out in a minute, we're like, then what's this letter? Is that
Yeah, is that letter from that kid? Yeah. Do Jess and David die?
Yeah,
What's happening? And so we're back on Lost Island. Sawyer is bandaged up and alive. Kate reminds him how lucky he is. And then Kate confronts him about the letter and how it doesn't make sense why Sawyer didn't just say something about the asthma medicine. You want to be hated.
The self-loathing
then Kate
part.
Reveals, yeah. And then Kate reveals that as she was looking at the letter, she saw the envelope that said it was from America's Bicentennial, 1976, which is not 2004. So it must have been from when Sawyer was a kid. And Sawyer wrote the letter to Mr. Sawyer. A con man swindled Sawyer's parents, and he revealed that at 19, he started conning people out of their money. How's that for tragedy? Mm-hmm. I became the man I was hunting. I became Sawyer. Who were you before that, Sawyer?
I want to say it's like the Oedipus complex, but he didn't sleep with his mom.
No.
But the whole prophecy.
No, but there's something very Greek about it. Yeah,
the whole prophecy thing, or that thing.
Then we're back to the caves where Sun is rubbing a mixture on Shannon's chest and waving it under her nose. Jack investigates. Eucalyptus.
He's like, why didn't I think of that?
Jack. Why didn't I think of that? Because I don't actually you're an RFK Jr. sycophant. Well, you should have thought of eucalyptus.
Seems pissed that Sun helped.
Jin seems pissed that Sun is helping.
Because remember before he was like, we don't need anybody. It's just us.
We don't need anybody. It's just the two of us in these caves with everybody else now. But don't help them. Don't give them eucalyptus mixtures. The Vicks Vapo Rub of nature. So Claire wakes up on the beach and Charlie is packing her things. He must have found peanut butter, and Claire is very excited for peanut butter, and Charlie is okay, it's extra smooth peanut butter. And then here is an empty mason jar, and it's one of the cutest scenes of the show. They play pretend and do an acting exercise of sense memorying, eating the smoothest peanut butter they've ever had. Claire is charmed.
I wrote they play pretend in the movie Hook when they eat all the food at the table.
Yes. Yeah, they're just doing acting exercises at this point.
Peter, don't you see it?
Peter.
I love that movie so much.
Oh, yeah. And then Kate's looking out to sea. She's very pensive. Saeed crosses her path. He's leaving for an undetermined amount of time. He's ashamed for torturing Sawyer.
I can't stay
and he's
here.
Self-exiling. I can't stay here. So I'm self-exiling so I can map the island. I hope we meet again. What?
I know.
How big do you think this island is?
I was like, you'll be back in 2 days. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. Map the island. Come back. And then we get a Lost musical sequence to I Shall Not Walk Alone by the Blind Boys of Alabama. Thank you, Shazam.
I did the same thing. I was like, what is this?
Yes. It's called I Shall Not Walk Alone. So Claire and Charlie are walking together on the beach. Shannon and Boone are sharing water. Sawyer contemplates burning the letter he wrote, but then closes the lighter. And then Saeed does walk alone.
And as we pan away, we see still a bunch of randoms on the beach sort of sorting through things and cleaning up. And I'm like, you've been there 2 weeks. How are you still sorting and cleaning?
2 weeks?
Like, I don't
what do you still have? Everything else was burned.
But then
and that was Lost, episode 8.
Yeah. My main question for this episode is, because I don't remember if we find out, do we ever learn Sawyer's real name? I don't remember if we ever do.
That was also my first question. What is Sawyer's real name? I feel like we do.
I kind of forgot this little twist. Like, I forgot it was
right that he's not Sawyer.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
I think I remembered it a little bit once it started happening. Oh, yeah. The letter is him. His parents died in a murder-suicide. But I forgot about
Family Annihilator.
But like when... Yep.
Yep. The other thing, and this is just an observation, and obviously real life Natasha knows why because of product placement and stuff, but everyone is just in plain colors, and I find it hard to believe that there were 0 name brand or logo clothes in the luggage.
Right. Everything is, nobody has Lacoste, nobody has Polo,
or like Nike,
nobody has American
nothing.
Eagle, Nike. Nobody has a print.
Nothing. It's all just basic.
Just solid colors.
Like Kate was wearing green, Michael was wearing orange. Like it was just these are the colors you get.
This is what you get.
And so, yeah, I mean, I know why because of like money and stuff, but if it was real life.
And like it's right. And like on TV, like you'd want to wear like a solid color anyways, or like not a busy pattern because it's kind of like that's the camera, especially in 2004. So, but yeah, like the questions are: what is Sawyer's real name? What happened with Jess and David? Which we never find out. Like this was their only episode, according to IMDb.
I hope they don't die, but I feel like a divorce might be happening.
Yeah, I feel like he went, oh, you were cheating on me? Well, you're never home. Look at our little boy. We're going to call him
You were
Sawyer.
Trying to con me? You were going to use my money to get some money and then leave? Like, yeah.
There was never going to be any money. Sawyer was going to take all of it. Well,
yeah, but I mean, she thought she was running off with Sawyer. I don't know. Let's just hope they get a divorce and that little boy is okay.
Yes. What happened with the billiard man's money? Because Sawyer just leaves it with Jess and David.
Which means that guy's coming after Sawyer. He's gonna like break his kneecaps or something.
Is that why Sawyer goes to Australia?
I honestly don't remember why he's in Australia.
I don't remember why.
Because in this episode, they're not in Australia. Usually everybody's flashback in the first season is like how they ended up in Australia.
Right. Although we only kind of know why Kate's in Australia. She was running from the law in the U.S. But we don't know why she was running from the law.
I still like that. When does that episode happen? With it?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember, which is why I'm glad we're rewatching.
Yeah, it is kind of fun because obviously there are certain things in this show that live in my brain rent free, but then there's other stuff where I go, forgot that. Totally forgot that.
Totally forgot that.
So
yeah, and when we get to the Flash Sideways spoiler, or we get to those episodes in a couple seasons, these are gonna be rough.
And then I think that we still don't. It's the same book we had in the last couple.
Yep, it's still Watership Down.
We added another song, and then I can't believe you didn't pick up the cowboy and the Chico. He called.
I wasn't focused on the nicknames this time.
And then, of course,
there was just a lot to get.
Yeah, he called Kate Freckles, but he's done that. That's like his thing with her. So yeah.
Yes.
I think that's it. I
don't think he ever gives her another.
No, I don't think so. Did Nick have any insights besides what he's chimed in already?
No, just kind of what he's chimed in on already.
Yeah. Here's what. Okay, so I think we get a little bit. We're going back to Boone and Shannon for a second. We know that like they were kind of rich and stuff.
Yep.
But I don't know. Like, do we find out if they were siblings as like children? Because then that kind of makes sense why they're closer. But then it wasn't there a thing where they kind of like didn't they like wasn't there some like hooking up?
Yeah, I think so. I think there was like in my brain, and I don't know if that's just was theories from 20 years ago, but yeah, I don't think that they were steps. It was kind of like a Clueless situation
where they were
right?
like adults and
adults, and then they're like, oh, let's make out. Oh, this is weird, but it's not weird.
Yeah.
It's
that is. Can I just say though,
Skinamax.
that is my biggest issue with. Speaking of Clueless, there's a few movies that do that where like the parents are dating and then I think it's so creepy and gross though. Like I get that like you're an adult, you're not actually whatchamacallit related, but it's still icky.
Right.
Like
but like now like you've got
I just don't
You're-
because also I mean
No.
these aren't like top tier movies. Like Drive Me Crazy with Melissa Joan Hart does it. I think even P.S. I Love You, I think, might have something like that in it. There's some Mandy Moore movie that does it too. Like In Her Shoes or something like that. I don't know. Because I Said So. It's one of those like random things from the early 2000s. Maybe it was an early 2000s thing. They were just like,
Maybe.
let's have parents date and then the kids like each other. Gross. No, stop it.
Ew, no.
Well, in one of those movies, and I'm blanking on which one because whatever, but it was like the kids kind of started dating, and then when the parents met each other, they kind of liked each other. If I was dating a guy, as someone that is still single at almost 40, and then one of my parents was like, ooh, I kind of like their other single parent. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't. That is off the table for you.
You shut your mouth because that is not happening. Like, let me have this. Let me have this. Don't ruin this.
I like Brandon. You don't get to like Brenda.
Don't make this weird. And I don't know.
But then it's
when I was on the radio, a couple people called in because I also brought up that pet peeve when I was on the radio, and I do remember a couple people calling in with like real life examples of it, and I'm like, nope, don't like it.
No,
don't like it at all.
Or like the ones where like the son and the mom are together, but then like his dad and her daughter.
No, don't like it. Don't
it's
like
like
any
he
of
becomes like his own stepdad. I don't know. Stop.
If you have to draw me a picture, you shouldn't be doing like if it needs a diagram, I don't like it.
That's why I married somebody from Ohio. My family has like no links to Ohio.
Sometimes I do worry though, because my mom being the youngest of 10, I do have some cousins. I don't know, like just
you gotta find a man from Arizona. Like, just go to the Southwest. Be like, do you have any connections to Iowa? No.
Great. And hopefully,
and then just charm him with a dance.
Because I'm such a good a little tap dance. I'll do a little kickball change and shuffle
tap dance all over his heart.
Shuffle ball change, and he'll just be like swoon.
Oh, there's a joke about ball change in there.
I'm just gonna take a drink of my water.
Show me your feet pics. Sorry.
I just got another pedicure. I didn't post this one. I have not started a feet page yet. I really think I should though.
For the sake of all humanity, I will not start a feet page. Mine are so gross. I get pedicures, but it's still just like, oh no, nobody wants to see those.
You never know. Everyone's got a thing, but
yeah, show me those hobbit feet, boy.
I'm sure there's a niche.
I'm sure there's someone.
I saw a meme the other day. Maybe I sent it to you. I can't remember, but it was like, I'm not gonna kink shame, but I might kink why?
Yes, I think
or something along those lines. Like, but why?
Yep, we shared a couple of those with each other.
But yeah, like I don't get it, but I guess if it does it for you, I don't.
Hey, yeah, I'm so happy for you. Some of them I'm gonna go. We're not gonna talk about that. That's
okay. Real quick, I don't know why this made me think of it, but I waited till all of the newest season of And Just Like That was over, and then I binged it. And I know a lot of people thought it was terrible, and yeah, it's not as good as like, it's whatever.
Yep.
But I didn't think it was as bad as like everyone was saying. I don't know. Maybe I was just.
I am not a Sex and the City gay. I think we've talked about this. Like, I tried, and like in college, we were like, "Oh, we should watch it because you're gay and you're gonna love this." And I'm like, I don't.
I didn't get into Sex and the City till like way after it was over. Actually, like
I live in this city, and I don't
like.
care.
I remember when I came to visit you, we walked around that part of town trying to find her brownstone for a long time.
And it's there. Oh, that it's on Bates Street.
Yeah.
It was near where I
but
went
they
to
all
school.
kind of look the same. Just take a picture of any of them and say it's hers.
But they also I do know that they have like a little like chain in front of there. It's like, people live here. Stop taking pictures. You're not Carrie.
Yeah. But Aiden, like, what's his face? John Corbett that plays Aiden.
I believe
is he
you.
Not like, is he this bad in every? Like, was he this bad before? Like, something about him, I was like, ugh. Like everything he did, I was like, eh.
Is he who I think he is?
He was in Big Fat Greek Wedding too. That guy.
That's who I thought it was. Yeah. Oh, but he's a good guy in Big Fat Greek Wedding.
But in this, he
Greek
just
Wedding,
seemed like.
isn't he?
Sometimes I was like, have you ever acted before? Like some of it just seemed.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Just like a bad actor, not like not like the characters.
Yeah,
mean.
and okay, so in the whole thing with Aiden was. So Aiden was a thing way back. She still went with Mr. Big. Now Big died. Aiden's back in the picture. But Aiden has 3 sons, is divorced. I mean, I hate to call it baggage, but it's baggage. And I'm not saying Carrie doesn't have baggage, obviously. But he like come live with her because his one son is having a lot of issues. And he was like got in a car accident because he was drunk and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I kind of am Carrie. Like, Carrie never really was maternal, wanted kids, whatever. And I'm like, girl, run. Like, why? And she does eventually, like, she sees how messy the family is. And I get it. I have a messy family. But, like, he's never gonna, and I get the kids should be, but, like, you're never gonna be his number one. He's always gonna go running when these kids are there, that's how it should be.
But
at the same time,
having never seen the show.
But at the same time, you know, like, you can't keep living with him in Virginia and you in New York and pretending like you're just going to still date that way forever.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Watch The Golden Bachelor. That doesn't ever work.
So I was like, I don't understand why we keep saying... Because he was like, I can be all yours in 5 years once all my kids are over 18. You're going to make me wait for 5 years?
Wait for 5 years?
Not even a little bit.
No.
Get out of here.
Find someone else. Carrie, you're better than this. I don't think she is, but you're better than this.
But I think even without them knowing for sure that the show was going to get canceled or to end, I feel like it ended on a good, like...
That's what my friends who have watched it said. And I'm like, great.
Yeah, because she's like writing a novel, and then her publisher wants the novel to end more happy. Like, the woman should get married. Because it's set back in the day where, like, obviously if a woman's not married, it's like, gasp. But Carrie ends up just...
2004.
Yeah, Carrie just ends up being like... the last line of the book is something like, she was alone, but she was, I don't remember the line now, but it was actually really poignant. And, you know, with Carrie breaking up with Aiden and being like, maybe I don't need a man. No, you don't. Like, just, it's fine.
No.
You have this beautiful house.
Men are trash, he says.
You have this beautiful house now. You're writing books. You're whatever. Just whatever. But anyway.
I'm glad I went on this journey.
You're
with
welcome.
you.
I just had to give my 2 cents that it wasn't as bad because I kept seeing all this stuff like how bad it was, and like, yes, it wasn't amazing, but I've watched worse.
I feel like the show wasn't good. Like, I heard so many of my friends that were like, "This isn't good. I'm still gonna watch it." Like, because
and part of Sex and the City was supposed to just be like fun. You know, it's like It's like you're hanging with your girlfriends. You're, you know, sure you're kind of dealing with shit, but it's all like whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. And just like that, we've come to the end of the show.
And just like that, yeah, that was the best. I do
think in like that, they tried too hard to work in the phrase "and just like that." Like, Carrie says it in almost every episode. I'm like, we don't need it. We don't need you to do that.
No.
Also, I do love in Lost though. Every time they say the title. Like, it's like, I'm the confidence man. I was like, take a drink. I love now that I actually pay attention to what the title is. I'm like, there it is.
I don't think that they ever said House of the Rising Sun, though, now that I think about it. Food, but
true.
also, how do you work that in? How do you work that in when she doesn't speak English to anybody except until the end of that episode?
Right. But I like when it does happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because back in the day, I didn't even know like TV episodes had titles. And it's more of a thing now with streaming where you actually like, oh, this episode has a name.
I feel like they had them in like the TV Guide, but it was college.
Yeah.
Nobody got TV Guide in college.
Yeah, no. Negative. I might have went to tvguide.com once in a while because I didn't want to watch through the scroll.
Oh, the scroll.
On basic cable. Yeah. That was the nice thing when we living out in the boonies. We couldn't have cable. Like, cable didn't reach us, so we had satellite. And satellite always had a guide, which was nice. I didn't have to wait for the scrolly thing, so that was nice. Anyway, okay. I'm just rambling at this point.
All right, well, hey.
Happy Labor Day.
Good episode.
Yay!
Happy Labor Day.
We got to see Sawyer half naked, so that's fun. A couple times.
Yeah. We got to see him Bond girl his way out of the ocean.
Yeah.
And then we'll watch the next one soon.
Yay! Okay, I'll hit stop.
Yay!
One of these days, we'll work out a better outro than just, we're done, bye, yay. I don't know. Or maybe we won't. Sometimes I like the realness of, that awkward ending. You ever been in a real life conversation where you're like, I don't know how to get out of this? I have. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Talking with Tasha plus Trey, Lostcast, episode 8, Confidence Man, lightly edited. Also, I'm working on some of these kind of harsh cuts. I don't know if you could tell, but, lightly edited. I keep reading that it's better to have things published than perfect, so I'm trying not to dwell too much on some of the awkward editing or... it would have taken me another 2 weeks to get this out to you if I edited it perfectly. So anyway, I don't know why I'm justifying myself to you. Actually, yes, I do, because I need you to help me. Help a sister out. Rate, review, subscribe, comment, like, share. Check out talkingwithtasha.com. Follow me on all the socials. Everything is linked there. Also, I'm on Fiverr and Cameo if you want to get someone a special personalized shout out. I think that's it. But I do have a proper outro for Talking with Tasha. Maybe not so much for the Lost segment, but for Talking with Tasha, I definitely have an outro. And that is, say it with me now, be safe, make good choices, wash your hands, just try to be a good person, stay hydrated, and peace out, Brussels sprout. Bye.